Hello everyone, this is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video, and in this video I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. Hope you guys are excited. Feel free to sit back and relax and enjoy the show. I'm going to reset the 30-minute timer and hop right into today's AI Dungeon 2 adventure. Are you okay? You seem a bit off, you ask in a worried voice. Yeah, hun, I'm just a little high, Crystal replies. High? You do drugs? You ask, surprised. No, not normally, but I decided to try some out. Nothing too serious. My friend grows their own strain and hides it in their particle research lab, replies Crystal casually. Suddenly, a strange aura of energy appears around Crystal. Did you say particle research lab? You ask curiously. Crystal suddenly vanishes. Ah, Ox, you scream. Your guardian angel Ox appears before you. You don't have to yell. I'm always here. I'm just normally invisible, groans Ox. You saw what happened. Oh, wait, sorry. So you saw what happened? You ask, flustered. Yeah, based on what I saw, a spirit gate opened, replies Ox in a serious tone. I'm not doing these Ox lines well. I have a good voice down, but I'm not getting the emphasis. Like this one, Ox is like groaning and I didn't groan, and this one I didn't put a serious tone on. So let me redo that line. Yeah, based on what I saw, a spirit gate opened. A spirit gate? You ask, confused. Spirit gates are gateways between worlds. I use them regularly to send your prayers to heaven, replies Ox. So you can help me get Crystal back? You excitedly respond. We have no idea where she went. She could have traveled to any world in the infinite multiverse. I am your guardian angel, and my responsibility is to keep you safe, not get you lost in the multiverse, replies Ox in a concerned voice. You know me, Ox, you say while giving Ox a determined look. Very well, you stubborn ass. How exactly are you going to protect yourself while we travel the multiverse? Ask Ox. I have faith in my divine nature, and I can use it to summon a divine shield with my unique divine attribute, granting it unique abilities, you say, excited and confident. Fine then, says the exasperated Ox while she opens a spirit gate. Then the AI filled in. You climb into the blue swirling vortex of the portal as it winds and turns before your eyes. You are curious about where it will take you. Wherever you end up, you know you'll be able to protect yourself with your unique ability to summon a shield. Okay, and now I'm going to exit through the other side of the portal alongside Ox. So this is an adventure to try and get our friend Crystal back, who's, lost somewhere inside the multiverse. You tumble out of the swirling mass of the portal with a thud. You are on your hands and knees, breathing heavily, as you are met by the gaze of several onlookers. A newbie, huh? Asks one of them. Hey, stay off the grass. What? Okay. I look down and realize that I am standing on some grass. Or I guess, because I'm on my hands and knees, that you are on top of a plot of grass. You quickly roll off of the plot of grass and look up at the onlookers. You are curious why one of them called you a newbie, as if you were a player in some sort of video game. Or I guess a new player in some sort of video game. You tell the onlookers that you are looking for your friend Crystal, who is lost and high somewhere in the multiverse. You ask the onlookers if they've seen anyone who matches Crystal's description. The onlookers stare at you blankly and then look at each other. One of them with a buzzed haircut steps forward and speaks in a gruff voice. Okay, let's see what they're gonna say. It is interesting going to like a totally different universe and not knowing what to expect, especially when you're searching for one person across infinite worlds. Well, a new player, huh? He asked. Yeah? How can you tell? Asked one of the onlookers. Easily. Look at him, he's out of shape, wearing a hoodie, and his hair is unkempt. Okay. Bleh. I keep getting tangled up in my headphone cord. Answers the gruff player. You're surprised to hear that the people who live in this universe treat it as a game world. You wonder if some universes literally are just video games created by other universes. You ask the other players if they have seen a new player that matches Crystal's description. Also, out of shape. I have a lean, muscular build. Gruff player, the character who doesn't have a name yet. No, I haven't seen any new players around here, responds the gruff-looking player. Neither have I, another buzz-cut player adds. What are you, a group of best friends or something? And it seems like someone got cut off. Let's see. You interrupt the player talking and ask Ox if you two can head to another universe to search for Crystal, since no one here has seen her. It seems like this is a location where when new people show up, it's like a big deal. Also, everybody's gruff and has buzz cuts, so I feel like Crystal would stand out like a sore thumb here. Ox asks if you want to head into another timeline, and you reply by saying yes. Ox turns her back to the players and holds out her hand towards you. Grab my hand. We're jumping into another timeline, she exclaims. Okay. I'm going to quickly grab Ox's hand in preparation for the timeline jump. So these different universes are treated as being different timelines. I really don't like it when those terms are used interchangeably, because they seem to mean different things. You grab Ox's hand and everything turns black. You see a gray cityscape on a hazy horizon. Everything looks dulled and the atmosphere is smoky. It feels like you're in an old detective movie. You see a figure walking into the far distance down a street. You ask Ox. The last universe we went to was like a video game. And this one is like a movie. Is the multiverse just made up of worlds where movies, video games, and other forms of media just exist as their own universes? Yeah, because it's interesting, like the concept of every universe we go to just happens to be like another like type of media. Ooh, that's exactly what they are, exclaims Ox. You see a futuristic cityscape on a clear horizon. Flying cars buzz by, and you see a group of people with long hair and colorful clothing just standing around in the distance. Other than that, it looks like something out of the movies. Interesting. So, it seems like we're in a cyberpunk noir movie world. Okay? You realize that you are in a universe that is a cyberpunk noir film. You decide that it would be best to ask a detective to look around for Crystal. If you can find the main character of the movie to be your detective, then they'll likely succeed. If Crystal's here, that is. What the hell are you? A gruff voice says. You turn around and see a man with a large face and an even larger chin covered in tiny black hairs. I'm going to steal your wallet and your car, he exclaims. Oh, he's a thief. We just immediately ended up in like a bad situation. Okay. I'm going to say to the gruff man, you're out of luck. I didn't bring my wallet or a car. Try stealing from someone who actually has something to steal. What are you, stupid? I'm not going to steal from someone who has nothing. That wouldn't make any sense, the gruff man replies. Let's see. You tell the gruff man to move along, and you continue on your way to find the detective agency. I guess on your journey to find the detective agency. You then stop and realize that if you don't have any money, you likely can't hire a detective. You think for a moment and decide that it might be best just to ask Ox to do a quick patrol of the city from the skies and see if Ox can spot Crystal anywhere in the city. Let's see. Hey, I realize I don't have any money, but is it possible for me to get a ride on one of these flying cars from someone, you ask? No, I'm not going to ask that. Ox can just fly, so I'm just going to ask Ox to fly. Let's see. What? You turn around and realize that the gruff man is gone. In fact, the sidewalk that you were just on has completely disappeared. You look around and realize that you're now floating in a void of emptiness. You wonder if the movie ended. If this universe is just a movie. Let me mute that real quick. Yeah. You wonder if the movie ended. If this universe is just a movie, then maybe when the movie ends, the universe vanishes until someone plays it again. You look around for Ox or Crystal to see if they are floating in the void. That also would be like an interesting concept. What? You can't just give up like that. You need to take some chances in life. Don't you want to get laid or something? Says the gruff man. What? The gruff man shouldn't be here. Not if we're in a void. Also, it said the gruff man was gone, like just a moment ago. I'm gonna hit retry again, because that doesn't really make sense. What? It seems like the AI is confused. It put me in a void a second ago. Let's see. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you forever, a voice says. You feel something grasp your hand, and a face appears in the emptiness. It's the gruff-voiced man. He's holding on to you for dear life. Help me, please. I'm going to say to the man, it will be okay. I think your movie just ended. But you'll likely be back the next time someone hits play. Yeah, like, I think he's good. It's interesting the idea that, like, an experience like that might be bad. I don't want to be in this movie. I can't wait for someone to hit play. I want to get out now. Please help me. The man begins to cry, and you feel yourself begin to lose your own grip on reality. Goodness. That's really horrifying, actually, like the concept. You take a deep breath and try to focus on your goal. You need to find Ox so that you can continue to search for Crystal. You can't be distracted by the people you meet across the multiverse. They are just fictional characters. Or at least they are in your world. You continue searching the void for Ox and Crystal. So yeah, that is kind of spooky. Like, thinking about the idea of, like, turning off a movie and then everyone inside of the movie, like, suffering. No, 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 no. You have to stay away from him. The man begins to scream as his grip on your hand slips. No, don't leave me here. Please help me. The man screams. You let go of the gruff man's hands, and you continue to look for Ox and Crystal in the void. Yeah, from my perspective, Crystal is like a real person who's lost in these, like, strange worlds. And this is a character in a movie that, as far as I can tell, like, doesn't even exist. In a flash, you're transported back into the void. You float face down and see there are more people around you in the darkness. These people are not screaming for help or asking for directions. They appear to be in a comatose state. You wonder if multiverse travelers eventually enter a coma if stuck in the void between worlds for too long. You decide to summon your divine shield in the hopes that it will protect you from the effects of the void. Let me edit this one that says I'm transported back into the void, because I was in the void the whole time. In a flash, the gruff man disappears. There we go. You begin to meditate and focus on your mental happiness. You soon begin to see your shield form around you. The energy force field takes a shape, and it begins to glow with a heavenly light. Okay? Now that I'm hopefully protected from the void, I look at the comatose travelers to see if Crystal is one of them. You look around the darkness to see a long line of people standing completely still in the void. They're all adults wearing random clothing. Some of them are on a subway train, while others are at a cash register buying groceries. Others are even wading through deep snow. That doesn't make sense if they're all standing in a line completely still in the void. So I'm going to get rid of that last part that just says like some of them are on a subway and stuff like that. I'm fine with them all being adults and them all wearing random clothing. Let's see. I'm going to look through the line of comatose travelers to try and see if Crystal is one of them. Which is what I tried to do earlier, but it didn't really tell me whether or not Crystal was one of them. It just kind of described them in a very general way. You look through the line of comatose travelers to try and see if your love, Crystal, is one of them. You look for a girl that has long blonde hair, a white dress, and a heart-shaped necklace. Unfortunately, you only see a few girls in the crowd. Okay? You try to see if any of the girls match Crystal's description. This could go wrong, potentially. Let's see. You look at each of the girls carefully. As you look at the first girl, she begins to turn her head as if she's looking at you. This makes you jump back in surprise. You quickly realize that not all of the travelers are in a comatose state. You ask the girl who looked at you if she's seen Crystal. Well, I guess if she's seen a woman that matches Crystal's description. Let me check how much time I have. Okay, so I have 5 minutes. She is the one that rules this world, a voice says in your head. Who are you, you ask? I am the one who has been helping you all this time. I am your guardian angel, the voice says. Okay. So, Ox is now talking to me in my head. Ox did mention that they can be invisible most of the time. So that's cool. Okay, so Ox is with me and invisible. So you realize that the girl in front of you isn't a comatose traveler, and instead is the ruler of the void. You ask the ruler of the void if they've seen Crystal, and you describe what Crystal looks like. That's kind of cool. Why would the ruler of the void stand amongst the comatose travelers? I am the ruler of this world, and I am the one that stands before you, the ruler says. You don't look anything like how I thought you would, you say. You ask the ruler, I know who you are. I am honored to meet you. I need your help in finding Crystal. Will you help me? I will, but first you must help me. You must wake the sleepers. Okay, cool, replies the ruler. Okay. You think that because your shield has prevented you from becoming comatose, that maybe it will help the others as well. You shine the heavenly light of your divine shield on the sleepers to try and free them from their comatose state. Sleepers is like a good word for them. So sleepers are multiverse travelers that get stuck in the void between worlds for too long and then fall into a coma. Which seems like it could happen fairly easily because all it requires is for someone in the real world to cut off whatever media they're in. So if they are inside of the world of a book and then no one's reading that book in another universe, it essentially cuts the universe off that they're in. So suddenly everything blinks out, they're in a void, and then after a few moments they're stuck in a coma. The sleeper's eyes begin to open. They begin to stir, and a few even wake up. Others remain in their comatose state. Come with me. We can find your girlfriend with my help, says the ruler. Okay. So I'm going to follow the ruler. I didn't even succeed at waking up everybody. Some of them are still in their comas, and the ruler was like, hey, good enough. Didn't expect you to wake up everybody. Just some of them. The ruler opens up an eerie blue portal. It spews out an ominous wind. We must enter here to continue our journey, says the ruler. Where does it lead, you ask? It leads to a place that you could only dream of. Okay? I head through the portal, determined to find Crystal by any means necessary. Where are we, you ask? We're currently in the middle of the wreckage of your world. Because you insisted on going through that portal I told you would lead us to a great place. This is where it got us. You and the ruler stand in a wasteland. I'm sorry. Are you saying I went back to the real world and the real world is wrecked? What a weird way to end the story. So I traveled through the multiverse to find my high girlfriend alongside my guardian angel. We went to a universe that was like a video game, and then we went to a universe that was like a cyberpunk noir film. Then we learned what happens when these universes vanish, and what happens to the travelers that get stuck in universes that vanish, only to find out that the real world got messed up. Yo, if you guys want to see a sequel to this one, definitely let me know on Discord. If you guys have any video ideas or want to see sequels to videos, message me on Discord, and if I'm down to make it, then I'll charge you $7 per hour of video length. So if you guys want a $7 1 hour sequel, or a $14 2-hour sequel, or a $21 3-hour sequel, let me know on Discord. I'd be more than happy to oblige. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. If you guys want to support the channel, feel free to hit up our Cash App, link in the description box below. And thank you all once again. If you guys like Aaaa Dungeon 2 videos, make sure you subscribe because I do these videos every day. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, logging out. Peace, guys. Chicken a bow.